All right, today we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials using the box method. Now, the box method is generally used when you are multiplying bigger polynomials. And of course, they don't mean bigger in size. They mean more terms. So, for instance, when we use the double distribute method, we had a binomial times a binomial. But now we're going to try a binomial times a trinomial. And sometimes when you use the double distribute method, it gets confusing when you have too many terms. So the box method is a handy method. So you're going to make a box. Your first parentheses here has two terms. So this is a binomial right here. So you're going to take your box and you're going to cut it into two. And you're going to put the 3x squared to the left and the 2 on the left. And then now here I have a trinomial. So I'm going to take the box, I'm going to make 3 columns. And I'm going to put the 6x squared at the top, the negative x, and the 4. And then I'm going to take the terms in the boxes. So I'm going to take this term and multiply them together. And remember, again, when you multiply polynomials, you add the exponents, but you multiply the numbers. So 3 times 6 is 18. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Then I'm going to take, still with this column, I'm going to take this 2 here and multiply it here by this 6x squared, and I'm going to get 12x squared. And I'm going to keep multiplying those boxes together. So 3x squared times negative x will give me a negative 3x to the 3rd, and a 2 times a negative x will give me a negative 2x. 3x squared times a positive 4 will give me a 12x squared, and 2 times 4 will give me a positive 8. Now that I have it all multiplied out, I have to put it in standard form. So I usually like to do this kind of all at the same time. So I'm going to look for the number that has the highest exponent. So it looks like the 18x fourth has the highest exponent. So I'll put that one first. And if I scan through my numbers, the next one would be the negative 3x squared. So I'll put that next. But if I look at my chart, I have two terms that have x squared, so I have to combine those like terms. Remember, when you're combining like terms, you are adding. So you're going to add the coefficients, but you're going to keep the exponents the same. So that will be 24x squared. And then I have the negative 2x and the positive 8. And then there I have my multiplication all completed. Let's try another one. Right? I still have now a binomial times a trinomial. So I'm going to set up my box. I'm going to put an A and the negative 3 on the left-hand side. I'm going to break my box into 3 columns. I'm going to put the 4a squared, the negative 5a, and the 2 across the top. I'm just going to go through and multiply each of the boxes. Remember, when you have a negative times a negative, it'll give you a positive 15a. And now when you've multiplied all the boxes together, you're just going to put this in standard form. So I'm going to look for the term that has the highest exponent. So it looks like the 4a to the 3rd will be first. But now I have 2a squareds, right? They fall on this diagonal. So again, I'm combining like terms, so I'm going to add the coefficients but keep the exponent the same. And I have also 2 terms that have a's in them. So I'll add the exponents, add the coefficients, keep the exponent the same, and then I just have the negative 6. So go ahead and see if you can work through this on your own.